Anyway, worked for me for a year, my first term as governor, then decided he wanted to do journalism professionally, became the Latin American correspondent for the Boston Globe, and subsequently the New York Times correspondent in Managua for 6 years, and really was the reporter of record during all of that conflict out there. And wrote a book, if you haven't read it, you should, called Blood of Brothers. Went on to become New York Times correspondent in Berlin, where he met a lovely woman who was his German tutor and married her. A wonderful person, an artist, Marianne, and subsequently became the New York Times correspondent in Istanbul, where he spent a lot of time in the Middle East. And if you don't read his column in the Boston Globe, you should. It's a remarkable and somewhat contrasting view of the world from some of the stuff that we'll be getting from Washington these days and from other parts of the world. So we feel terrible of the fact we're not going to be here to listen to him, but you are, and you're in for a real treat. And I hope our policymakers in Washington are listening to this guy and reading his stuff, because, folks, we are largely responsible for an absolute humanitarian catastrophe in Syria. 11 million displaced. 200,000 of them showing up on my dad's home island, Lesbos, in rubber dinghies. Some of them at the risk of their lives to get out of that mess. There was a better way, there is a better way. I hope with Stephen's guidance and with his writing we can get there, because what's going on these days is just unacceptable. Other than that, all I can say is that Kitty and I are great fans of this effort. I'm determined one of these days we're going to get down there. I've got to practice my Spanish. Tiene que practicar. No tengo la oportunidad de practicar. Mucho. So we gotta get down there. But you know, the secret to my Spanish, as I think some of you know, is that strange as it may sound, the Greek and Spanish accents are identical, even though the languages are different. Really interesting. Los acentos griego y los acentos castellanos son casi idénticos. Entonces, para nosotros es muy fácil de aprender. Pretty good, eh? And it was my grandmother who was responsible for that. Anyway, thank you for helping. Thank you for contributing. It's a great cause. I swear, one of these days, Kitty and I are going to get out there with some of you. And a special thank you to my protege, who's knocking on the door at 93 Perry Street, started all of this. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much. They are so in demand and they came to us first. Thank you. So next, we're going to meet with the 5 BU students. Come on up. I saw y'all. So there are people who are coming looking for the journal. It's in that room to my left. So we had 5 BU School of Public Health and medical students. This is a very happening event. There's a lot of excitement going on. Okay. So these great BU School of Public Health and medical school students went to Czechoslovakia, and so we're going to give them a couple moments. I know you guys are busy. So they, talk about your experience there. Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for having us.